What's going on, friends? So I've been wanting to do for a while something a little different on the YouTube channel. And since I am trying to build my my music, I figured I could kind of document like my journey and just things that I'm trying that are working, things that I'm trying that aren't, and maybe honestly even get ideas from you guys, and maybe we can make a community out of it. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, I think there's a couple things that you're definitely going to need from the jump. Obviously music, even more than that, like just being consistent. I know everybody says that, but I mean, you know, I've noticed it even in myself. Like, you know, I've been releasing pop music and also metal, which I'll talk about in a second, but like on 2 different projects. And, you know, I've made music since like 2009, but you know, the one thing that is like make or break is if you don't put music out, then nobody can listen to it. So honestly, my new strategy as of late for the last, I guess since like April or June 18th was the first single I've released. Before that, it's been like 2 years, unfortunately. But you know, things happen, life happens and stuff, which is okay. But I think if you're set up beforehand, so that way when life happens and you've already got songs set to go and set to release, then there's kind of no way you can fail, because even if you take a month or 2 off, it's cool because you've got songs lined up and ready to go ahead, you know? So that's essentially what I've tried to do. And in doing that, I've learned that it's got to be a simple process. You know, if it's too complicated, it's too crazy, like nobody's going to stick to it, yourself especially. I mean, maybe you can, but I just can't. If it's not straightforward, this is what I've got to do and this is how I'm going to get there, then I'm out, you know? Yeah, I'm hoping that we can make a bit of a community. I hope I can get feedback from the people that watch these videos, because, you know, I think it is like a niche target audience that we do have to kind of stick together, because the independent artist is kind of, you know, you're like the pioneer. Like, we are the pioneers these days, like with music, especially with the getting more clogged up and kind of just like, you know, so many people are competing for the same amount of attention, you know, for others to go listen to your music. I think every day it's getting harder and harder, honestly, which who knows, maybe we'll hit a wave where people don't think it's as cool and we can have some of that space back, you know, but I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so with all of that being said, I don't exactly know what I'm gonna kind of label all of these videos that I put under this, but in some form of way, basically my journey of like, what I really want is to get my 2 projects to get to the point of being over 1 million monthly listeners. Combined would be cool, separately would be amazing. So this is kind of my intro video, I guess, to getting to that point. So my 2 projects, one's pop, it's under just my name. The other is like rock metalcore / deathcore, and it's called Just Dust. Here you can see it. I mean, I have been at higher monthly listeners than both of these are at currently, but like I said, I've taken, I think, 2 years on one project and almost 3 on the other since I've released music last. And obviously that, you know, like I was saying earlier, that it just kills everything, because then your audience doesn't trust you. They're like, all right, cool, so I can expect in 3 years them to put out another song. I've pretty much put my entire laser focus on these 2 projects. Yeah, I'm gonna build them into something amazing. So yeah, I hope you're down for the journey. And if you are, there's gonna be more videos like this for sure. So, but also let me know like what other things I could discuss. I do have a lot of ideas, and I honestly plan on just documenting my day, or maybe my week. I probably won't upload every day. It's just too much. It's too much. But you know, like do 3 or 4 days, and then upload like where I'm at and what's happening, what's going on. So my strategy right now Obviously I'm putting out as much content as I can. Short form video. I am doing a little bit of, like, I'm calling them one-shot music videos, where it's literally like I hold my camera, I have my phone in my pocket playing the song, and I just walk, and I just walk for the length of the song, lip syncing it. Those, as opposed to, a picture of the album art on YouTube, horizontally, not short form, they perform better than the videos of just the album art, at least in my case so far. So, at the beginning, it's kind of like any little waves you can make are obviously better than nothing. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do for every song. I'm actually late on this last song, but it's okay. And I dropped another song yesterday, so I guess I should go back a little bit. So I did start music in 2009. It was a metal project called Beacons. It's like metalcore, deathcore. Here's the Spotify if you want to check it out. Then, I don't know, life happened and I didn't release music for a long time. But when COVID hit, I realized, I had a reevaluation of life and like what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to do. So I started working on music again, but I wanted to try something different. Still love metal, and I'm actually putting out metal actively right now. But I also, during COVID, wanted to try something new, like I said. So I started releasing like pop music and kind of pop punk-ish, I guess, alternative pop, and under my name, Taylor Bryant. And so I think I released like 7 singles in a year or 2 years, and then crickets again. So I'm trying to not do that ever again, basically. And being laser focused is going to be, it has been a huge part of that. But also what I am currently doing is releasing a song every 2 weeks. And that started June 18th. I released a single July 5th. I released a single July 26th. I released a single, and then August 9th, yesterday, I released another single. So, I've watched every single video that Russ has put out when it talks about like weekly releases. I've watched every video that Nick D has put out. He talks about doing weekly releases. I've also watched every video Jesse Cannon has put out, and all these different, marketing people, which I think they all have amazing benefits. They really do. I've learned so much from all of those people, and honestly, hundreds of others on here and Instagram and different places. But I think, maybe the reason for me that I'm currently only sitting at like 100 something listeners for my solo stuff, and then like 300 for my band, is just because I haven't been consistent, in a combination with I haven't exactly figured out what works for me, because everybody's different. Everybody's audience is different. Everybody's music is different, different, higher quality, this, that, or the other. Because one of the things that Nick D says that I can fully agree with is, good content can make a bad song good. Like if the content's great, it can bring the song up, and if the content's terrible, it can bring the song down for sure, which I do think I agree with. I haven't really witnessed that too much, but I can tell that I haven't fully tapped into what I need to be providing content wise with my music, because it's not resonating super hard right now, especially not as much as I want it to. So yeah, that's another reason that I'm making this video, so that I can make this kind of a series of just, this is me trying to put things out, put music out, and then just document exactly what I'm doing. Because you look back on, like, can you imagine if even like Post Malone or whatever, it could be anybody, but like was recording his, White Iverson or whatever, like in that closet supposedly in LA. Like if he had vlogs that we could look back on right now and see them, you know what I mean? If you watch Gary Vee as well, he says document, don't teach, just document what you're doing, because nobody can nobody can discredit what you're doing, you know, if it works for you or not or whatever. It's just a fact of life. Like this is what's going on. So yeah, currently I am releasing songs every 2 weeks, and so yesterday was August 9th. That's my 4th single every 2 weeks that just dropped. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have basically 6 songs scheduled out, 1 metal, and then the rest are under my solo project, Taylor Bryant. Scheduled out. I'm currently scheduled out to October 18th. Yeah, we'll see how much I can get it to grow up until that point. So if you're here for the journey, if you want to stick around, also if you want to check out my music, it's all linked. Yeah, I kind of want to just give a rundown of where I'm at and what I'm doing musically, and hopefully we can build this thing and make a cool community. Like, I'm hoping for some tight-knit people that maybe are also trying to do the same thing as me, or maybe people that just care enough to check out, you know, like an indie artist and see how things work. You know, I think like kind of pulling down that veil and explaining to people like, oh yeah, Spotify just made it so that we don't get paid for the first 1,000 streams, you know? And I mean, there's entire websites dedicated to songs that have not a single stream. So, you know, it's definitely not an easy thing. It's not an easy journey, but, yeah, I'm excited to get it going and see how big we can make it, you know, and how successful we can make it, whatever version of success that is, you know. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope you are too. There's probably a video up here somewhere that you can check out, but in that case, I'll catch you in the next one. Much love, TB.